Welcome to Tech Tip Thursdays. This is number 2. We'll be talking about the fastest way to rotate a view and then share it. A lot of us have plans where we have them rotated in certain directions to be with surveys, and we want to rotate it real quickly to get it this way. So there are some ways that people currently use, and nobody likes rotating, nobody likes doing the UCS. Most people are using a command called DVIEW. It's probably what you use. You have to find an angle though and do some math and figure out what you're going to rotate it to. But I'm going to teach you a lazy way because I like the lazy ways, and basically we're not going to do any math at all. And then I'm going to show you how to quickly save that view and then be able to use it for other things. The basic steps for just moving the UCS is going to be, we're going to type in UC, which is just going to bring up the UCS dialog box. We always want to make sure our UCS icon is on, and we want to make sure to allow selecting UCS icon. This one right here, the display at UCS origin point, that's more of a personal preference for me. You don't have to do that, but I like to see where 00 is. That's what that one will do. This one right here at the bottom is definitely important, and you want to make sure you turn it, when you turn it on, you want to turn it back off. If you've ever had a plan where you've changed the UCS and then it all of a sudden just zooms out to big space, or every time you do a command it zooms out or zooms all, it's because this command is on. So this is called UC follow. So make sure you want to turn the command off when we're done. Once we do that, we're going to align our UCS to what we want to align it to, and then we're going to save the view. Once we get the view, we're going to go to the view manager, and I'm going to show you how to create a view. We'll just make one for that parking lot. But some things to note is you will be able to, you can save a layer snapshot, meaning whatever layers are displayed on or off, whatever colors they are, it will save it just like a layer state. You don't have to if you don't want to. Again, it's a personal preference on what you want to do. I also create other views like for 3D because it makes it super easy, so you don't have to use the orbit command. All you have to do is just click on 3D view and you're done. And it also saves the style, so if you have like conceptual over here and then I have like the triangles over here, it'll save those as well. And then we're going to be able to share that view really quickly. We're going to be using something over here on the sheet manager. Most people have never even been on this tab before, called model view, and you can go into any of the files and you can see all the views that are in there, and then you can just drag it over and drop it onto a layout, and it will automatically pick the scale that is appropriate to whatever size that you had your sheet. So let's go ahead and go into Civil 3D here, and we'll start moving this stuff around. Oops, looks like I got a little ahead of myself here. Alright, so if I'm going to type in the UC command, and I'm going to make sure it's on, display at original, again that's personal preference, allow selecting UCS icon, yes. This is the one right here that I'm going to turn on right now, which is already on, and I'll make sure to turn that off when I'm done. Now that I can select the UCS icon, I'm going to click on the little grip here, and let's say I want to align it to this little area right here. So all I have to do is just snap to the endpoint of this guy right here, and then see how it zooms all the way out. That can be kind of annoying, right? But you just can zoom back in, and then I'm just going to move either the Y or the X to whatever object that I'd like to align it with, and then I'll snap to that object. Again, make sure you're doing it on a flat object as well. Don't be snapping the 3D because you will get a skewed view. But right now I have this view here. That's fine. So I want to make sure I'm going to type in UC, and I'm going to turn off that UCS follows. So now if I type UCS, enter, it'll put the UCS back in world position. If I want to put the UCS back in this view, I can just go UCS, enter V for view, and then it'll change it back to the view. And then I can edit like that. But from here, what I want to do is, let's just say I want to save this. So I'll say, I'll type in the command called view. Brings up the view manager. You can see I already have some views here. Let's create a new one. I'll call this one parking lot. Parking lot. Couldn't spell for a minute. You might not see this little dialog box at the bottom, so you just got to remember to push that little arrow to see it. You can go save layer snapshot with view. So if you want to save the layer state, you check it. If you don't want to save the layer state, you can uncheck it. I usually uncheck them. And this is where you can save the UCS, or you can specify a UCS, or you got a bunch of other things here you can set in your settings. I'm going to go OK, and then I'll come here. So what is the big deal about that, right? Well, if I come up here to the top, there's this little thing called, this is where the top view is right now. If I click on that, and I can go to custom model views, here are the custom model views. Now I already have some ones pre-made in here, so let's see what road A is. Well, road A is about the same as the other one. Let's try road C. Oh, there's road C at the top, and then you can see that the parking lot is rotated. And maybe we want to go back to the parking lot. So you can basically set up views to be the way that whatever way you want them to be. It's really nice, it's really convenient, and it makes it super easy to just kind of navigate around. I also used to use them for profiles and wherever I do my sub-assemblies. You can have your views anywhere you want. Just makes it super easy to navigate around. Now, let's say I wanted to take one of these views and I wanted to take it onto a new sheet. So here is just an empty sheet here. I'm going to bring up the sheet manager. Oops, I don't want to hit that one. There we go. So here's the sheet list where most people are usually on, are these sheets right here. You should try exploring this model view. It's pretty nice. It's actually like a file explorer, but for AutoCAD. You can basically add any server in here that you want, any folder, so you can browse to your project folder, and you'll see all the drawings that are in there. Here you're only going to see ones with layouts. This one's you're actually going to see all the drawings. And then I'm just going to expand a drawing that I have here. And here's a parking lot one that I made. And then I'm just going to drag and drop it onto the layout. So I'm just going to click on the screen and it'll drop it in. It puts it at 20 scale because that's the scale that I had the viewport at. So if I go back to where I made that lot view, and let me go back to the parking lot, I'll just show you. I don't think we did the parking one, did I? Parking lot. And then it was at 1 to 20. So that's how it basically gets the view in there, is it just uses that. But it's pretty nice that you can just drag and drop over. Hopefully that tip helps. If you want this PDF, you can just give me an email and I'll send it over to you. Otherwise, I will see you hopefully next Thursday.